ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਰਾਗ ਸੋਰਠ ਬਾਣੀ ਭਗਤ ਰਵਿਦਾਸ ਜੀ ਕੀ। ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। जब हम होते तब तू नाही, अब तू ही मैं नाही। अनल अगम जैसे लहर में ओदत, जल केवल जल माही। जब हम होते तब तू नाही, अब तू ही मैं नाही। अनल अगम जैसे लहर में ओदत, जल केवल जल माही। माधवे क्या कहिए भ्रम ऐसा, जैसा मानिए होए ना तैसा। रहाओ। नरपत एक ਸਿੰਘਾਸਨ सोया, सुपने भया पेखारी। अछत राज बिछरत दुख पाया, सो गत भई हमारी। राज भयंग प्रसंग जैसे है, अब कछ मर्म जनाया। अनेक कटक जैसे भूल परे, अब कहते कहन न आया। सर्बे एक अनेक स्वामी, सब घट भोगवै सोई। कह रविदास हाथ पै नेरै, सहजे होए सो होई। सर्बे एक अनेक स्वामी, सब घट भोगवै सोई। कह रविदास हाथ पै नेरै, सहजे होए सो होई। जब हम होते तब तू नाही। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਸਾਜੀ ਨਵਾਜੀ। ਗੁਰੂ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀਓ, ਆਪ ਸਭਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਭਾਗ ਨੇ ਜੋ ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਵੇਲੇ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜਗਤ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਵਾਮੀ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਪਾਵਨ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੇ ਸਿੰਘਾਸਨਾਂ 'ਤੇ ਬਿਰਾਜਮਾਨ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ। ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਖੁੱਲ੍ਹੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਬਖਸ਼ ਕੇ ਆਪ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਨਿਤਨੇਮ ਸ਼ਰਵਣ ਕਰਕੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਗੁਰੂ ਮੰਤਰ ਹੈ ਜਪ ਹਉਮੈ ਖੋਈ ਅਤੇ ਮੂਲ ਮੰਤਰ ਦੇ ਜਾਪ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਸਨ। ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੇ ਰਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਕੀਤੇ ਹਨ ਅਤੇ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਹਫ਼ਤਿਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਸੱਜਣ ਵੀਰ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕਰਕੇ ਅਤੇ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਸਹਿਤ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੀ ਜੋ ਸ਼ੌਹਰਤ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਵਧਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਮਿਹਰ ਕਰਨ ਰੱਖਣ। ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਲੱਖਾਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਜਾਪ ਕਰ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਹਨ। ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਰੱਖਣ, ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਸਿੰਘਣੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਮਿਹਰ ਰੱਖਣ। Guru Sahib Ji has blessed us some moments to share some reflections of Guru Sahib Ji's Hukamnama. Dhan Dhan Satguru Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj contains the Bani of Guru Sahibs, and alongside Guru Sahibs, those illustrious saints, those Gurmukh Pyare who devoted all their energy, their time, their sama, and became samarpat. They gave everything to unite with Akal Purkh Vaheguru. Sache Paatshah Ji, Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, when they become prasann, when they are pleased with us, then they give us the ot asara of Katha Kirtan. Par Brahma Hova Sahai, Katha Kirtan Sukhdai. When Vaheguru wishes to be the support in your life, then he gives you the ability to listen to Kirtan and attend darbars, divans, and listen to the praise of Akal Purkh Vaheguru, another form of Kirtan which is Katha. So Maharaj Sahib Ji in this Hukamnama, Sorat Ragni, Rag Sorat Bani Bhagt Ravidas Ji ki. This Bani is written by Bhagt Ravidas Ji, or composed by Bhagt Ravidas Ji. Bhagt Ravidas Ji was born into a place called Kanchi, which was overridden with Brahmins, the people who educated others on how to unite with God, how to do charitable donations, gave them vidya, dispersed knowledge, how to practice charity, and also they took charity themselves. They not only gave vidya, they learnt vidya themselves, but they placed themselves at the pedestal, so they put themselves before everyone else. Very few of them had knowledge of Brahm, and those who had knowledge of Brahm, they would look down upon them. So Bhakt Ravidas Ji came into the home of Bhai Santokha Ji. There's various interpretations of Bhakt Ji coming into their homes and the reason why they might have appeared in the home of Bhai Santokha Ji. In their previous janam, Bhakt Ravidas Ji was a disciple, was a sevak of a Brahmgyani Brahman Mahapurush, Bhakt Ramanand Ji. And Atahas tells us that because of a mistake in procuring food from Bhai Santokha Ji's house, Bhakt Ravidas Ji had to prepare food for Mahapurush. But their nijam was that, their routine was that they wouldn't eat from anyone's home who was considered to be either another caste or of a certain occupation. Even though they were blessed with the greatest knowledge of Brahm, Akal Purkh Vaheguru, their Shabd, their Bani is also darj in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. But everything is for a reason, everything is in Hukum of Akal Purkh Vaheguru. Even the coming of a saint, even the coming of an individual in this world, every single thing is Hukum. Whether someone becomes a Mahapurush, whether someone develops that Gyan, everything is. So Bhakt Ravidas Ji made this mistake, and he's born, he dies as that disciple, was that follower, that Jagayasu from a previous janam, and he's born into the home of Santokha, who had given the food with the wish, if Mahapurush are going to eat, then perhaps ਸਾਡੇ ਤੇ ਮਿਹਰ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ, we'll be blessed with a child. And with that ichha, Bhagat Ravidas Ji was born in his home. When Bhagat Ji was born, they refused to drink or take the milk of the mother. They refused to take breast milk. Bhai Santokha Ji and their Mata Ji would then go back to Bhagat Ramanand Ji and do benti ke ta pachangi hona. He's not even having any dod or anything like that. He doesn't have it. Doesn't attach. Aap ji mehr karo. And then it said that Bhagat Ji says to Bhagat Ravidas Ji ਕਿ ਜੋ ਕੁਝ ਪਿਛਲੇ 'ਚ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਹੁਣ ਮਰਿਆਦਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿ ਕੇ ਛਕਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਆ. That you're gonna have to live in the will and accept these are your mother and father. You have to now take that dod. Because obviously there might have been some regret in his mind. But because they had done seva of Satpursh, they were destined to meet with Akal Vaheguru, not once but many times in this janam as well. And then they began to drink the milk. They attached and they drank the milk of their mother. So Bhagat Ravidas Ji became a thorn in the feet of the Brahmins because they were of the opinion that anyone of a low caste who was born into so-called low caste as a chir, somebody who would, his occupation was a cobbler. We might call them jamayar, somebody who would do the work involving leather. So what happens is Akal Pur Vaheguru is very much pleased with the penance and the bhakti of Bhagat Ravidas Ji. And they come to give darshan. When Bhagat Ravidas Ji has seen that his spiritual efforts have paid off and that Akal Pur Vaheguru Swaroop have come to give them darshan, in whatever form only Bhagat Ravidas Ji and Akal Pur Vaheguru know. Jaunande, those people who are attuned to Akal Pur Vaheguru themselves, those Satpurushes ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਗਿਆਨ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਆ Maharaj ਨੇ, they know what Swaroop Vaheguru gave darshan to Bhagat Ravidas Ji. When Akal Pur Vaheguru gave darshan, obviously when somebody, a child, if you return home from school when you were younger, you probably remember doing this yourselves, but when you see your parents after a long day, you run towards them and maybe embrace them. You're happy to see them. And equally they are just as happy to see you as a child. So Bhagat Ravidas Ji gets up and is so happy with the darshan of that Vaheguru has come to give them darshan that he tries to get up to embrace Akal Pur Vaheguru and do namaskar on their charan. And what happened was Vaheguru Swaroop at that time took a step back. And Bhagat Ravidas Ji was taken aback by it. All that time that had been spent doing darshan and penance of Akal Pur Vaheguru, or remembering Akal Pur Vaheguru, and he felt almost hurt that finally he'd got darshan of Akal Pur Vaheguru that he'd done so much bhakti for. And why was it that they had taken a step back and weren't letting them touch their charan? So Bhagat Ravidas Ji says to Vaheguru at that time, "What's wrong? What have I done wrong?" why are you not allowing me to touch your charan? And Akal Purkh Vaheguru turned round and said, Tu chamyarya. Look at the kid and look at the play that Vaheguru sets for his beloved ones. This is about prem. Don't listen to this and think, oh, what are they talking about? Vaheguru believe in caste as well. It was to test one, the Sahaj Avastha of Bhakt Ravidas ji. Secondly, it's to make us reflect, because this Shabd is in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj now, is to make us reflect and understand just about how much nafrata or how much irkha, jealousy we have inside of ourselves and what we need to do to eradicate it. And when Bhakt Ravidas ji sees Akal Purkh Vaheguru take a few steps and then turn around and say, Tu da chamyar, you are a chamyar. Bhakt Ravidas ji then says to Akal Purkh Vaheguru, Maharaj, we are in Kanchi, this city, and here all the Brahmins, they speak the Boli that you've just spoken. You've just spoken like the Brahmins have. Those people who are so prejudiced and holding so many stereotypes in their minds, you've just spoken like them, Maharaj. I don't understand. What kind of game is this? What kind of param is this? Param means where you are in an illusion, or you perceive something to be real, which it isn't. And Bhakt Ravidas ji replied with the Rahau Pankti of this Shabd. They said, Madhave, kya kahiya param aisa? Madhave means Matave. Tav means some support. Jada, this building support is the pillars. The support, Tave, of Maya, Madhave. The support of Maya, or the illusion, is Akal Purkh Vaheguru himself. So, Bhakt Ravidas ji realizes, because they're very chitan, they're very conscious of the game of Maya. Obviously, they're Bhakt, they're a devotee of Akal Purkh Vaheguru. They play this game on a regular basis. The person who plays the game on a regular basis, when that test comes from Akal Purkh Vaheguru, they will pass it in flying colours. Madhave, O husband of Maya, Akal Purkh Vaheguru, kya kahiya? What are you saying? Why are you saying that I'm a chamyar? Ek kis tarah di khed banati, Maharaj? Why are you saying that? Because you are above all this differentiation. You're beyond. You see everything in equanimity. You see everything equal. And Vaheguru Akal Purkh Vaheguru replied, Param aisa? Do you know about Param? Do you know about the illusion? You're saying that this is the illusion that I've created, but do you know about it? Tell me about it. And then Bhakt Ravidas ji replies back, says, Jaisa maniya hoye na taisa. Maharaj ji, sometimes we perceive, with your kirpa, you have shown us the ability to see Param. And he said, Jaisa maniya hoye na taisa. Whatever we perceive and whatever actions, even our own way or path that we think is right, perhaps it isn't the right path. Perhaps our actions or what we think is our seva, perhaps isn't our seva. Have we ever asked Maharaj if that is our seva? Have we ever done seva with agya? Maharaj says, Jaisa maniya hoye na taisa. Bhakt Ravidas ji replied back to Vaheguru and he said, I think param is of that occasion or that moment or that way of being, that when we perceive to be something and basically it tends to be not that path. I.e., when something is considered to be just in front of us and true in front of us, perhaps it isn't what it's supposed to be. Bhakta Ravidas ji is obviously referring to Vaheguru being one and equal, and see, look at the uniqueness, the conversation that they can have. Maharaj, I thought you were universal and you and everyone and you saw everyone equally, but obviously not. And then Vaheguru Akal Pur Vaheguru turns again and says, Tu kidan na galla karda? How are you speaking? Tu da agyani, you don't know anything. Look at the kid, the game between the devotee and Akal Pur Vaheguru. He says, you don't know anything. Tenu ki pata? Just like a mittar would. Sometimes in our friends we joke and laugh, we have humor amongst us. And Akal Pur Vaheguru smirks at Bhakta Ravidas ji and says, Tenu ki pata, what do you know? You're a gyani. You don't know anything. Gyanwan hunda jada Parmeshwar nu janda, knows his way, knows his hukum and how it's going to prevail. And then a gyani is someone who's ignorant, doesn't know how Vaheguru works, doesn't understand the hukum, doesn't live in the will, doesn't accept it, doesn't accept that the dukh that they're going through or the sukh that they're going through is a blessing. Both of them are the same. And Bhakta Ravidas ji is getting more frustrated. They're saying, Jab hum hote, tab tu nahi. Maharaj, what's going on here? Now you're saying I'm a gyani. When I used to think that I was in a gyan, or when I thought that I had the gyan, when I thought that I'd met with you, jab hum hote, when I had that hankar in me, that I thought that I was the one responsible for everything, for all my efforts, and I knew that you would never give me darshan at that point. Bande nu ta pata hi hunda hai that they're not getting darshan. Internally they know. Internally every single one of us know what our weak point is and what our avgun are as well. Kayan nu nahi pata hunda. Kayan nu they need that little bit of guidance. Puch lena chahida कि महाराज जी गुरमुखां ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛ ਲੋ, ਅਵਸਥਾ ਵਾਲੇ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛ ਲੋ, ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਸ਼ਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਲੋ, ਬਚਨ ਕਰ ਲੋ. So Bhagat Kabir ji says, Kabir ek ਘੜੀ ਆਧੀ ਘੜੀ ਆਧੀ ਹੂ ਤੋ ਆਦ ਭਗਤਨ ਸੇਤੀ ਗੋਸਤੇ ਜੋ ਕੀਨੋ ਸੋ ਲਾਭ. Profit is obtained by discussing something spiritual with the saints, with the Gurmukhs. And how long should we spend? Maybe questioning. Ek kadi, 24 minutes. Ek kadi, adi kadi, half of that, 12 minutes. Adi hu to ad, 6 minutes. 6 ਮਿੰਟ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਕੇ question ਕਰ ਲਓ, 6 ਮਿੰਟ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਨਾਲ. And they might put you on the path ਕਿ ਭਾਈ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸੋਚਣਾ ਸੀ, ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਸੀ ਭਾਈ. जब हम होते तब तू नाही, अब तू ही मैं नाही. Bhagat Ravidas ji says, Maharaj, ठीक है, ਅਸੀਂ ਅਗਿਆਨੀ ਹਾਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ, ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹੀ ਅਗਿਆਨੀ ਰਵਾਂਗੇ. ਆਪ ਜਾਂ ਦੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਦਾਸ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹੀ ਅਗਿਆਨੀ ਹਾਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ. When that hankar leaves us, when that I-ness leaves us, I know and you know, Maharaj, that you would never give darshan. You will only give darshan in this form when the I-ness doesn't exist. In fact, Ravidas ji's reply was of the highest level as well. And Akal Pur Vaheguru says, oh, so you know about what agyan is then? Maharaj, same, he's not letting it go. And he says, you know what about agyanta is then? You know what this illusion is then? Tell me about this illusion then. What do you know? Go on, tell me. And then Bhakt Ravidas ji gives a few examples to explain that agyanata. Anal agam jaise lehar meh odad, jal keval jal mahi. Anal ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਹਵਾ ਨੂੰ, ਪਾਉਣ ਨੂੰ. Agam ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ where you can't describe it with your mind or your speech, is that deep. Anal agam jaise lehar meh odad. In the ocean, which is deep, which is unfathomable, no one can say how deep an ocean is, no one can say how wide it is, the limits of it, the size of it. With the help of the wind, the waves with the wind, the tidal waves make the water rise and come to the shore, and then shala marke, that same water, that same wave immerses back into the ocean again. Anal agam jaise lehar meh odad, jal keval jal mahi. Maharaj ji, that jal, that water of the ocean, when the wind is flowing, with the help of that wind, that jal rises and then it falls back again and merges back into the water. Similarly, when Akal Purkh Sahib Vaheguru's hukam allows an individual or a Gurmukh, they will understand or realize ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੰਕਾਰ ਉੱਪਰ ਨੂੰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ. And then when Vaheguru wishes, he teaches the lesson, and then that lesson, through that lesson, the whole ਨਿਮਰਤਾ ਫੇਰ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਮੁੜ ਥੱਲੇ ਨੂੰ. That banda's hankar is broken down and the person realizes ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਗਲਤ ਸੀ. There is no difference between the galti or the right action in the eyes of Akal Purkh Vaheguru. Everything is a lesson. That's why in Japji Sahib Maharaj says, Punni papi akhan nahe, kar kar karna likh leh jaho. Maharaj has given us such a slate in this world that whatever we write on it, ਉਸੇ ਵੇਲੇ ਫਲ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਣਾ ਆ, especially as Gursikhs. ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬਾਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਦਾ ਆ, ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰਦਾ ਆ, ਸੰਗਤ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਆ, ਪਾਪ ਪੁੰਨ doesn't come to them, doesn't count. Maharaj looks after it. Maharaj, just like that, you could say, with Akal Purkh Vaheguru's blessings, when he blesses us in Sangat, that Brahm Vidya, that knowledge of God, then we merge our consciousness, just like the wave rises, we merge our consciousness into Akal Purkh Vaheguru's Swarup, and then through Seva and Simran, we bring our mind down and realize that the Hankar from Vidya is not actually going to get us anywhere. What we need to do is the Nimrata, and keep the Nimrata pak, to keep ourselves in Sahaj, or an avastha or a being of never wavering. But that water and that lesson that you teach us, that's all your hukam, Maharaj. Then they went on to another example. Narpat ek singhasan soya, supne paya pekhari. Vaheguruji, just like Narpat, a ruler of people, a Badshah, an emperor, ek singhasan soya. So just imagine Singhasan, yani ke jithe o Raja baithda hai aan ke, like their throne. If you imagine a king is asleep on a bed, and there are his guards standing with swords outside his room, and the rest of the palace, they're doing their duty, they're looking after or making sure that nothing comes to this king. Nothing averts his avastha, his sleep, or nothing disturbs him. And this Raja is asleep on his Singhasan, And then in his sleep, this Raja has a dream. And when he has this dream, in the dream, he is asleep. And what happens? In the palace, this hyena comes in, or a jackal type creature. And seeing the Raja asleep, the hyena bites into the toe of that king. When the king awakes, he's awake in his dream, he's having this dream. He awakes in the dream, physically he's still asleep in his palaces. And he sees that none of his gods outside are helping him. None of the gods that might have been supporting him could have helped him, because he's dreaming. And he's thinking, I'm a Raja, how did this hyena come in and bite my toe? He's in a lot of pain. And he hits something at the hyena and manages to knock it unconscious. The tooth of the hyena is stuck in his toe. In his dream, he has a stick and he walks out of his palace and he goes to visit a Ved at that time. This is all in his dream. He gets to the doctor, the Ved, and he says, Vedji, he explains the situation. And he says, Minu ko foha tayar kara deo. Foha is like a little divide that Veds used to make so that it could apply, like an ointment. Minu ko foha tayar kara deo. Jidna main la ke I can cure my wound. He explains the situation to the Ved. And the Ved turns around and says, I don't know who you are. You come in the middle of the night and you're asking for a dawai for this injury. You look like a Raja, but you've got the wound of a Garib person. What an unreliable story that a hyena can come into the palace and bite someone's toe like that. And he says, I can only make the foha for you if you've got a coin that you can give me, some money you can give me. Raja didn't have anything on him. And he couldn't get his foot cured by this Ved. And in the dream, he's thinking to himself, how is that even possible? Main Raja hunda hoya bhi, I'm a poor person in my dream, and I can't even afford my own ilaj. And he walks on later on, and he sees a sadhu, a fakir, sitting. As he's walking in his dream back to his palace, he sees a fakir sitting on the side, and he realizes he should ask him. The fakir then prepares something out of daya, compassion, and dawai la ke he takes out the pain. The Raja wakes up. The Raja wakes up and he thinks, what an odd dream. I'm a Chatarpat, I'm a Raja, I'm a ruler, but in my dream, I'm just a beggar, complete beggar. Narpat ek singhasan soya supne paya pekhari. Achat raj bichrat dukh paya sogat pai hamari. Bhakt Ravidas ji says, Achat Raj, that seemed so real to this king in their dream, disappeared in an instant, just like that. When that Raj was taken away from him in the dream, he felt so much dukh. Sogat pai hamari. And in this way, we feel the same as well. The whole sansar is the same as well, like this. What we live in, the sukh that we've got, and the aram that we've got. Ek job hundi hai, 100 ghante, we put so much effort into this occupation, so much stress builds up in our minds, then ek skint vich Maharaj oh chak dinde hai, you're no longer in that job, and then that person feels, oh, the stress vi itni sheti chal gaya. And then you think to yourselves, main aim hi fikr kari janda si. Actually, I'm in a better place, I'm okay where I am now. Sometimes in the midst of all our sukh that we have got and the aram that we have got, we forget the ability to become samarpat to Akal Purkh Vaheguru. In the midst of all that we have, all the dukh sukh and is always there, we react to the dukh sukh in such a way that we forget Vaheguru's daat. We forget Vaheguru even exists. Sangat vi bhul jandi hai us vele. Sangat jana vi bhul janda hai in the midst of all that dukh. We get so enraptured in it. And Bhai Sahib, Bhagat Ravidas ji is referring to that very moment of param jande hain assi us vele. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਨਾਲ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਨਾਲ have come into this world to unite with ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ and remember ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ all times, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਵਿਸਰਦਾ. Even in ਦੁੱਖ they remember ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ. Sometimes we go into people's homes and they have like a label or like a kind of like a motto or a phrase that's on their walls, and it says ਸੁੱਖ ਵੇਲੇ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਾਨਾ ਦੁੱਖ ਵੇਲੇ ਅਰਦਾਸ. Maharaj ne sanu ardas bakshi hui hai. When we're in dukh, the form of prayer that we can use to remember him is the ardas. Ek paatshaahi da naam leke, of all the Gurmukh pyare, all the sadhus, all the simran wale, all the qurbani wale, all the samarpat hoye, those people who have given their all, who have dedicated everything. Samarpat hona means dedication. Dedicated everything to Vaheguru and yaad karke. Then you put your little bit of beinti, your a little bit of material beinti mata Vaheguru te ekdam hi Maharaj kirpa karke sab kuch mur ke wapas kar dende, bring that sahaj back automatically. And then sukh vele unu yaad rakhiye Maharaj kinna kuch ditta aap ji ne, aap ji da dhannawad hai Maharaj ji, kirpa ਕੀਤੀ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨੇ. ਗਿਣ ਕੇ ਦੇਖੋ ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਗੱਲ ਨਾ ਹੋ ਜੇ 10 ਵਸਤੂ ਲੈ ਪਾਛੇ ਪਾਵੇ ਕਿ for the sake of 10 things we say for the sake of one thing we ignore 10 things that Maharaj has already given to us. ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕੁਛ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ, ਕੁਛ ਤਾਂ ਸਹਿਜ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਸਾਨੂੰ. And Bhagat Ravidas ji is saying ਕਿ ਭਾਈ Maharaj ji, this is the dasha that we're stuck in. This is the nature of us, our being. Just like that Raja is stuck in his Raj, in his kingdom, and he sees that he is now a Bhikhari, we should always remind ourselves of that illusion in that way. ਕਿ ਇਹ ਜੀਵਨ ਇੱਕਦਮ ਹੀ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ, ਇੱਕਦਮ ਹੀ. Just like that he can turn everything, anything. Maharaj is listening intently. Second example given. Third example. Raj Payang Prasang Jaise hai ab kach maram janaya. Maharaj ji, just like in the darkness, there's a type of darkness called Saman Andhakar. Saman Andhakar is very similar to how this room might be, slightly lighter this room is. Saman Andhakar is where there's not enough light to actually see what the object is clearly. And then it's just about enough light to see that there is an object there. So you can just about make out what it is. Saman Andhakar. And Bhagat Ravidas ji says, just in Saman Andhakar, just imagine a place full of darkness where you just about can make out an object that looks like a rope, where a person thinks it's a snake. Bhujang sap nu kende han. Ab kach maram janaya. Maharaj, when the light is switched on fully, the person sees eta rasai sega. Or if the person had seen the rope there before and at night they mistook it for a snake, and then they remind themselves, oh, in the roshni it was just a snake, it was just a rope. I thought it was a snake for a moment, but it was just a rope. I saw it yesterday. They remind themselves. ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਜਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੰਗਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਿਚਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, then you give us all the sukh and contentment. When we're in your sanctuary, Maharaj, we see everything. This is the place of roshni. Sangat is the place of illumination. Prakash ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਵੇਰੇ, Prakash means illumination. Guru Sahib opening is an illumination. The moment we step towards Maharaj is illumination. The moment we do 5 minute back ke simran karde hain, nitnem karde hain, that is a prakash at that moment. Maharaj says, Bhakt Ravidas ji says, Ab kach maram janaya. Maharaj tusi ta bhed chaka ditta ya. I now realize that when I'm away from Sangat, I revert back to my Afghan state, which is differentiating with everyone, thinking my path is the right path. But then when I come to the Sangat, I'm fine. I'm not wavering. We know where we are internally. All of us know internally where we are and what we need to do to move forward. Bhakt Ravidas ji is giving the praise to Akal Purv Vaheguru. Maharaj, in your sanctuary, everything seems clear. There's clarity. We can see the object is the object. But when we're away from your sanctuary, when we're away from your Simran, everything looks clouded. Our sochani, our buddhi is clouded. Maharaj is still listening intently. Then Bhakt Ravidas ji gives another example. Anek katak jaise phool pare, ab kehte kehna na aaya. Maharaj, people have made names for different types of gold jewelry. Koi kehta hai ਘੰਟਾ ਆ, koi kehta hai is a earring, koi kehta hai ਕੜਾ ਆ, ਕਟਕ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕੜੇ ਨੂੰ, ਇਹ ਸੋਨੇ ਦਾ ਕੜਾ ਆ. But Maharaj, when a sannyara gets that gold vastu, that jewelry, that earring, or that necklace, or that big pendulum that you saja on the matha, or that kanta that you put in your neck, that gold, you put it in the kata, you take it to a sannyara and he puts it in his crucible and he boils it up, it turns into gold. Why is it that we've forgotten that is gold? Why are there names existing for it? Gold is gold. Anika katak jaise phool pare. When we are forgotten and we've labeled this vastu with another name, ab kehte kehna aaya, it doesn't even occur in our mind that the vastu is actually gold. Similarly, Maharaj, in the jeev, in the whole population that we see in front of us, even je koi banda mada vi karda hai, mada vi sochda hai, ode piche vi tusi ha. Vegan hove, maas khanda hove, vegetarian hove, amritari ban ke ਰਹਿਤ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਹੋਵੇ, Gujarati ਹੋਵੇ, Hindu ਹੋਵੇ, Musalman halal ਕਰਦਾ ਹੋਵੇ, doesn't matter what background you're from, doesn't matter who you are, ਪਰ ਜੇ ਉਸ ਬੰਦੇ 'ਚ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿਸਦਾ, we are not Brahm Swarup. We are not seeing Akal Purv Vaheguru's vision. ਜਿੰਨਾ ਮਰਜੀ ਵਿਤਕਰਾ ਕਰ ਲੋ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਛਕਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ, ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ, doesn't matter. That moment that we don't see Akal Purv Vaheguru in anything in front of us, we've lost the game. We've failed. Because the key teachings of Akal Purv Vaheguru are Sarbe ek aneka swami, sab ghat bhogavai soi. Bhakt Ravidas ji says कि तुसी एक रूप हो पर अनेकता विच हो. Just like people have labeled the jewelry in different names and forgotten the real gold, I've seen past that, Maharaj. You blessed me with the ability to see that you are the same. You are ek swarup, but then you are in everything as well. Sab ghat bhogavai soi. Tusi ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਭੋਗਦੇ ਹੋ. You are the one enjoying everything in everyone. You're the one who's doing everything in everyone, even if that person doesn't realize it. Gurmukh Pyara ne hukam ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ share a sakhi about Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji Maharaj. And there's one that fits really nicely with this. There's a city called Ujjain in India. It's in Madhya Pradesh and it's the site of the 12-year Kumbh Mela, when all the sadhus from different denominations come and do Ishnan there. ਉੱਥੇ ਇੱਕ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਪਿਆਰਾ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਜਿਸ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਸੀ ਬਿਸਵੰਬਰ ਦਾਸ। Biswambar Das was a kirti Gursikh. He used to do so much kirt, he used to save up his earnings, his daswand, and when the time came after 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਹਜੇ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ that we come Guru Ka as we wish and come ਅਸੀਂ darshan of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. In those days when Guru Kalgitar Pasha Ji Sama, Sangat would come from far after many, many months. Imagine them devotion inside the barrage that might have built up inside them to see Guru Sahib Ji. Biswambar Das had a son whose name was Har Gopal. Now the problem with Har Gopal was he started to follow a mat which was clouding his judgment about seeing everything as one. It was very subtle hankar he had. Sometimes I think of it as ajkal veganism bahut chal reha kam. And because of that, sometimes ਸਾਡੇ ਮਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਇੱਕ ਛੋਟਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੰਕਾਰ ਵੀ ਪੈਦਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਆ in our minds ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਘੱਟ ਆ। ਜਾਂ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਲੈ ਲਓ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਕ ਕੇ don't take this as a criticism of eating mass or not eating mass or argument. Think of it internally on an individual basis. ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਜੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਛਕਦੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਛਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਫ਼ਰਤ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗ ਪੈਂਦੇ ਆ। We don't want anything to do with them. और जुड़ूगा कितना ਕਿਹੜੇ ਕੋਲ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਉਹ ਜੁੜਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ? How are they going to unite with Vaheguru? If you show nafrat or we show nafrat to anyone else, they're not going to unite with us. ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿਤ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ, that's brilliant, keep it. ਹੋਰਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਹਤੇ ਜਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ? Stick to your path. Stick to it in such a way and have the outward compassion that everyone joins with that prem. ਪਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਰਹਿਤ ਐਂ ਦ੍ਰਿੜ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੱਖੋ ਕਿ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਰਸਤਾ, ਇਹਦੇ ਤੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਇਹਦਾ ਥਿੜਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ। Hargopal ji had turned into a sannyasi mat. He started to look down upon those people ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮਾਸ ਮੂਸ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਜਾਂ ਮਾਸ ਵਰਦੇ ਸੀ, because he was heavily compassionate in his mind. But that level of compassion had took him past the limit of looking down upon others. That's what we've got to be careful of. Sometimes in our goodness, we can get to such a level that has man. You can get man from vidya. You can get man from doing simran. Ki main bahta simran karda ha, but the moment you come into sangat, ਸਲਾਹ ਸਿਫਤ ਜਦ ਇਕੱਲੇ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਸਲਾਹ ਜਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੰਗਤ ਕਰਕੇ then we realize our man is being brought down. That's why we keep coming, because the ego is eradicated. Doesn't mean give up Simran, not saying that. It's saying that Simran karo par ਨਾਲ ਸੰਗਤ ਕਰਨੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਆ, because you will keep getting brought down. And what happened? Bhai Hargopal ji was given a whole load of daswand by Biswambar Das, who was full of Sharda and love for Guru Gobind Singh ji. Go to Kalgitar Padsha ji Anandpur Sahib. Take this daswand with you. And whatever Maharaj says to you, he was concerned. He was concerned because his son was holding these opinions. Main ki lena utthe jaake? They do kalyan of jeeves, they kill animals. That's his kind of reasoning had developed. Hargopal ji went with that thought to Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji Maharaj with the daswand in his hands. When he gets to Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji Maharaj, kei log, when they go to Sri Hazur Sahib, they go with the mindset कि उत्थे झटका झुटका हुंदा मैं जाना नहीं, वो कितना बुरा काम है. You miss out on the 99% of the good that is happening there. You miss out on the bakshish of Sri Kalgitar Padsha Ji if that's all we ever focus on. When you go to Kalgitar Padsha, you're going to see Guru Kalgitar Padsha Ji Maharaj. We should observe that mentality, and that's when you get the kirpa. That's when you get the blessings. Jira kariya ve, Maharaj will bless us the gyan of that. Why that happens one day as well. And what happened is, when Guru Sahib Ji sees Bhai Hargopal, and Hargopal Ji, obviously he's seen some Gursikhs who are Tyar Batyar Singhs. There's some practicing, they're wearing Lord Shri Sahib's There's some practicing Jangjud, Vidya, and he's thinking to himself, okay, what kind of people are these guys? They're supposed to be compassionate, but they don't stop when they're going to chop someone's head off in a battle. He might have even, I'm not saying he did, but he might have even observed somebody doing chatka. He might have even observed that. But our minimal buddhi is that jehda apna rasta hunda oh sahi hunda. Bhai Hargopal ji, when he matha takes, he's got the daswand on him. In those days, you didn't give it straight away. You would rest for a bit, and then when the sama was right, when the time was right for Guru Sahib ko bahut hi sangat hundi hai, then you come and give with bhavna to Maharaj. And then what happened? Guru Gobind Singh ji knew straight away कि इहदे मन च की चलदा है. And Maharaj says कि भाई इदां दे भी लोग हुंदे ने ਜਿਹੜੇ जद कोई पाप करदा आ ते ਉਹ डर ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਿਰ ਹਿੰਮਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਧਰਮ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਧਰਮ ਬਚਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਿਰ ਵੱਢਣਾ ਪਵੇ. Maharaj said something on those lines. And Bhai Hargopal ji internally knew that the ishara was to them, because that's what they were feeling inside. They didn't have the guts to stand up for it. Soom ho ke entire inside of him, he's burning inside. Guru Sahib says to him, how's your father, Biswambar Das ji? Theek ne? Biswambar Das had sent him ke ਇਹਦੇ ਮਨ ਚ ਕੋਈ ਸੋਝੀ ਆਵੇ that he'd get over this sannyasi mat and become Gurmukh Pyara, become a Gursikh. And what happens is, Maharaj tells him to rest and says, "Aap meena ke ठहर के इत्थे रह, सब कुछ महाराज मेहर करनगे, Guru Nanak Dev ji भली करनगे." Bhai Hargopal ji, he stays. After about 4 or 5 days, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਝੂਠ ਸੀਗੀ ਨਾ ਮਨ ਦੀ, of seeing everyone differently and not understanding why people are working or holding these shastra in this way, ਉਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਲੈ ਗਈ. ਸੇਵਾ ਵੀ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗ ਪਿਆ. He started feeling the anand of being around Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji Maharaj and the sangat of Guru Sahib. ਉਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਆ ਗਈ, when we're in the sangat, we're fine. As soon as we walk away, ਉਹ ਦ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਟੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ until Maharaj's blessings that he can give you that bakshish. He makes you, okay, ਹੁਣ ਇਹ ਸਥਿਰ ਕਰ ਦਈਏ, ਇਹ ਪਾਸ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਇਹਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਦਈਏ. His mind doesn't waver. What happens? Bhai Hargopal Das ji stays for about a month and a half at Anandpur Sahib. And after about 3-4 weeks, the doubt comes back in his mind again. And then it leaves again. Then it comes back again and leaves. He's playing that game constantly in his mind as he's coming toward the end of his time. And as he's coming to the end of his time, he then goes to Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji Maharaj towards the end and places the daswand of his father in front of Guru Kalgitar Padshah Ji. And when he gives the daswand, Sri Kalgitar Padshah Ji does an ishara to a Singh. And the Singh brings a sarblo kada. And he gives it to Bhai Hargopal Das Ji and he goes, here, take this. As soon as Hargopal Ji saw that, ਉਹਦੇ ਮਨ ਚ ਹੰਕਾਰ ਆ ਗਿਆ. He said, ਇੰਨੀ ਮਾਇਆ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਿਤਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਆ, ਇੰਨੀ ਮਾਇਆ ਮੈਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਇਆ, and this is all I'm going to get, a sarblo da kada. Is this all? He takes a sarblo kada, seething underneath, thinking, not understanding the value of that kada, that gift that Maharaj has given to him. And he goes back to Ujjain. When he goes to Ujjain, he stops off on the way at a Gursikh's home. Now this Gursikh, he was full of devotion for Guru Kalgitar Padshah Ji as well. When he heard that he'd come from Anandpur Sahib, he touched his feet. He washed Bhai Hargopal Das Ji's charan with his feet, and then charan in the form of a Gursikh, and then he gave him fresh clothes to wear, got him to rest, made him eat, helped him with his ishnan, etc. And then he asked him, he goes, you have come from Sri Kalgitar Pasha, from your words you said that you stayed there for 1.5 months. Why is there no cushy on your face?
why are you so down for? And he explained everything, what happened. He goes, oh, Guru Gobind Singh Ji gave me this kada. And he goes, well, if you don't want that kada, minnu de de. I'll even pay you for it. What do you want? And he gave him some maya, and he took the Sarablo kada from him. Us kade nu apne haath sajaya. Bhai Hargopal Das Ji goes to Ujjain. This Gursikh, look at the kirpa, Kalgitar Pasha Ji Maharaj work. It was destined for him. The Sarablo kada was destined for that person. Kithe unhone Maharaj ne yaad kita ho कि मेरा Gursikh प्यारा है, इन्हें उधर nu जाना है, इन्हें उन्हें फड़ाना है, इधे कोली दे देने हैं. Maharaj plans every single thing. There's no other greater architect of destiny like Guru Sahib Ji. And then what happens? That person's doing some farming, wearing Guru Kalgitar Pasha Ji's kada, the same farm that he's ploughed many, many times. But on this day, with the blessing of Akal Purvahiguru, his plough struck something. And he investigates, he finds a whole chest of gold coins. And odi garibi bhi gayi, dur hogi. Bakshish Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji Maharaj di, whenever someone gives you something, it shouldn't ever be taken lightly, especially an avatari purush or a Mahapurush. Ude piche koi raj hunda ya. Ek wari a family came to Sant Ajit Singh Ji Hansali wale, Mahapurush, and their son was stricken with cancer. He was about to die. And Mahapurush, they gave him 20 rupees to the Pravar. After a bit of thinking, they gave 20 rupees to the Pravar. And that Pravar thought, we came to ask for our son's health, and they just gave us 20 rupees. As they were walking out, they went past Guru Granth Sahib Ji and they put the 20 rupees in the golak before they left. And they went. That kid lasted about a month. Mar gaya. The family came back again crying to Mahapurkh, and they said, Mahapurkh ko, aap ji ko lassi benti karan aayi si, tusi sade kuch nahi kita, Maharaj. They started giving a lamba. You know what Mahapurkh said? Mahapurkh said, Bhai assi ta apne valo 20 saal ditte si, tusi ta Guru Nanak Dev Ji de gol ch mud wapas paate. They said, we had given 20 years. There wasn't 20 rupees. We had given 20 rupees from Guru Nanak Dev Ji's khajana to you. Bhai tusi ta mud wapas hi kar ditte si. And the family was just flabbergasted. So when Guru Sahib Ji had given this kada, they had given some blessings behind it, but Bhai Hargopal Das Ji hadn't realized. What happened then? That Gursikh Pyara had got this gold. He'd found this gold in the kada. He thought, wow, Maharaj Kalgitar Pasha Ji, aa kada liya thoda kal ek aaya. Maharaj ne aap ji ne kirpa kiti. Bhai Hargopal Das Ji, seething inside of him, not feeling right, got all the way back to Ujjain. Biswambar Das and his wife are waiting outside for their son to arrive, and they see a very dejected looking son coming, because he's realized as well that he's made a mistake. Something might have occurred in his journey. What happened? The father says, what did Maharaj say? What did he give? Did he send anything for us? You know, jida sochda banda ki prasad, you know, kuch na kuch ta ditta hoga, man ch thoda hunda ya. You know, when your parents come back from India, leke aaya Maharaj sade ko aste kuch kada kuda da kuch chola le aanda, whatever, suit saat ja whatever it is, dastar kuch na kuch ta leke aaye hoye Maharaj. When he told the story, Biswambar Das was so upset with his son. He goes, you fool. He goes, you didn't realize that wasn't any old kada. That was a bakshish of Guru Kalgitar Pasha Ji. That was Sikhi coming into our home. That was the reason why I sent you there in the first place. Chalahun, they went again. The whole family now gets tiyar to ask for forgiveness from Sri Kalgitar Pasha Ji. They traveled together again, all the way back, and they stopped off at that very Gursikh's house again, Jithe Kadasi. And they did benti, they told him the whole story, and that Gursikh also goes with the kada and the family go back to Guru Kalgitar Pasha Ji Maharaj. And when they go to Guru Kalgitar Pasha Ji Maharaj, look, he's so compassionate. There's no one as compassionate as Sri Kalgitar Pasha Ji Maharaj. No one. Sri Kalgitar Pasha Ji see them coming smiling. Aage ne. When they come, they matha take. And they Bhai Biswambar Das ji cries his eyes out, Maharaj ji, sanu khima kar diyo. Inu nahi si pata Maharaj, jiri thwadi bakshish si ਉਹ ਭੁੱਲ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰੋ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਇਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਹੋਣੀ ਹੁਣ you have to do, you're the father, because his ardasa was so powerful ਕੀ ਪਤਾ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਕੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਲੈਣੀ ਸੀ Maharaj says to my Itihas says Biswambar Das was told to do 101 ardasa in front of Guru Kalgitar Pasha ji at that time. And that ardasa, or written in Itihas, what ardasa he did. He was so on it, every single thing from birth to death that a Gursikh could even ask for, he did 101 ardas. You know, Khalsiddhi ardas kende, Gyani Thakur Singh ji, I think, might have done Katha of this as well. 101 ardas ਕੀਤੀ ਉਸ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਨੇ and not only that when you look at the 48 Singhs, the 48 Singhs, ਅੱਜ ਬਾਬਾ ਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਦਿਨ ਹੈ ਪੁਰਬ ਹੈ we remember Baba Deep Singh ji on this day as well. Baba Deep Singh ji was the Gurmukh Pyara who supplied the pens, the styluses made out of grass reed and the paper. They had that Jimmewari when Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj was composing Sri Damdami Beer, the form that we see now in front of us, Sri Damdama Sahib. Dhan Dhan Baba Deep Singh Ji. Amazing amount of kalana, small amount of food every day, writing 4 swarups, some say 5, 4 swarups of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, 1 in Persian. So much kamai, and then fought with the head in the hand as well. They were the ones who were giving that blessing. And amongst those 48 Singhs who listened to the Katha from Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, when you look at the 48 names, you'll find Biswambar Singh and Hargopal Singh in there as well. Maharaj did so much kirpa on them, unanu amrit shaka ke vidya vi bakshi. They became great scholars and vidya people of our panth, went back to Ujjain and made their own sangat. So odi ichha bhi puri hui. Biswambar Das' ichha was sorted as well. Anek katak jaise phool pare, ab kehte kehna aaya. Just like a golden kada, we see the golden kada, we label it as the kada, but then we perceive it to be, we forget that it is real form. Or when a blessing is given to us, we ignore the actual blessing and consider it in the material form. Ab kehte kehna aaya, we can't describe or can't even think of what that blessing might be. Sarbe ek aneka swami, sab kat bhogve soi. You are one and you are infinite at the same time. And you are immersed in your creation in every single individual. Kahar vidas haath pe nere. Maharaj, Akal Purkh Vaheguru ji, aap ji channa ch benti karde hain ke in my mind you are immersed. I think I can only think of you with your blessings, Maharaj. You're the one who I consider to be even closer than my own hands and feet. Our most sukham form is our mind. Or the mind is even closer to us than our own hands and feet. It's the one that governs our hands and feet. Haath pe nere. Maharaj, you're that near. Hun tusi mere nere hai, samne hai. Maharaj, mere te mehr karo. This is the gyan that you've blessed me of all these examples that you've asked for. Please do kirpa. I'm wavering inside because I really want to do namaskar on your charan and I want to feel your blessings. I want to embrace you, Maharaj. I want you to embrace me. Sahje hoye so hoy. I know, Maharaj, that I shouldn't waver and should stay patient and content. And when the right time comes, you will give me the opportunity. Maharaj, mirte mehr karo. He's realized within himself. And as soon as he makes that comment, Sahje hoy so hoy, Akal Purkh Vaheguru embraces him, says, Main ta waise hi rachya si sara kuch just to see, just to visit you. I wanted to spend some time talking with you because I love you so much. And Maharaj embraces him. And they are one and the same. That was the blessings of this Hukamnama that Guru Sahib Ji gives us. In the same way, like Bhagat Ravidas Ji understands what agyanata is, what param is, that illusion is, let us do benti to Guru Sahib Ji that when we are stuck in those moments of illusion and param, Maharaj, please lift it from us as well, so that we can unite and you can embrace us as well. Nothing is in our power, all is in your hukum. आखिरी पंक्ति पढ़ के समाप्ति है जी। भुलना चुकां दी खिमा बख्शनी जी। सर्बे एक अनेक स्वामी, सब कट भोग वै सोई। कह रविदास हाथ पै नेरै, सहजे होए सो होई। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।